What the world has seen since Johnny Depp was announced as the winner of the defamation case against Amber Heard has mostly been the actress's people repeatedly mentioning that the whole thing was rigged. But now, Johnny's lawyers have actually come out to face those accusations, and in the process, they released the strategy they actually used to win, and I must say, this was the biggest irony of the entire case. So, what did Johnny's team say about how they managed to win Amber by a landslide? If you've been following the news since Johnny Depp emerged on top of the 6-week-long legal battle, you've probably seen the videos of Elaine stating that the legal system is broken and Depp's people rigged it. And although it seems like the lawyer might be acting out on her own, the first attack on the legal system actually came from Amber almost immediately after the verdict was read in open court. Now, it seems Johnny Depp's people couldn't bear to hear all their vile accusations and have actually stepped up to challenge their words. This happened as two members of Depp's legal team, Camille Vasquez and Ben Chu, recently accepted to be interviewed after repeatedly turning down so many other interviews, starting with the statement that Elaine made about how this case could potentially affect the outcome of future cases and how women could be treated in the courtroom from now on. Camille said,
"We're only speaking about what happened in this case, right? And the facts in this case were overwhelmingly positive for Johnny. And the verdict speaks for itself."
How about the broader criticism, though? It's not just from Heard's teams. Victims advocates have argued that the verdict is going to have a chilling effect on domestic violence victims, and it's a blow to the Me Too movement.
I think our response to that is we encourage any victim to come forward. Domestic violence doesn't have a gender.
So you don't see this as a setback to the movement in any way, shape, or form?
We do not. We believe that the verdict speaks for itself. The facts are what they were. The jury made a unanimous decision.
Well, it doesn't exactly take a genius to see that the facts in this case would probably differ from several others, and as such, the case can't exactly be used as a yardstick for measuring future cases. But apparently Amber and her lawyers seem to be oblivious to that fact. Speaking of Amber, Camille actually talked about how she managed to win the case against Amber, and I have to say, it was pretty surprising for me and a lot of people to find out she didn't actually even need a strategy to emerge on top as with normal court cases. According to Camille, Amber already lost from the beginning when it was already discovered that she had so many different accounts for different events she claimed has happened during their marriage. This was unlike Johnny, who actually stuck to one narrative right from the beginning, and given that he was telling the truth, it didn't exactly take much to beat Amber. Speaking more about how exactly she was able to spot this and use it to their advantage, the lawyer said,
"Is what it was." I think something that I focused on and we focused on in that cross-examination was using her words against her. And it was very important for us to, every question that was asked was tied to something she had said previously. And I think the jury got to see and the world got to see and hear from Ms. Heard in that relationship on every single topic.
And George, I think there was a real contrast. Johnny took ownership of a lot of things. And it seemed at times, and perhaps it came through to the jury, that she had an answer for everything, and she wasn't taking accountability for anything. And I think that made a difference.
Heard's lawyers say she plans to appeal the verdict.
Comparing the interviews Amber's team and Johnny's team had side by side, you could easily recognize why Depp's team actually emerged on top. From their professionalism all the way to their legally and logically backed reasoning on how they actually managed to win Amber without even breaking a sweat is beyond telling of both their personalities and just how good they are at their jobs. Do you also think they did an amazing job at the interview? Tell us in the comments section.